Namaste everyone. Now, I am going to talk about the rights of an arrested person. Before talking about the rights of an arrested person, I would like to give us a small brief introduction about the system that we follow in India. The legal system that we follow in India, especially with regard to criminal cases, is that the innocent is presumed to be innocent until proven guilty. That is, a person, till a court comes to a conclusion that he is committed an offense, till then the person is presumed to be innocent. Of course, this is one school of thought. Some of you may disagree with this, but there are a lot of reasons why we follow the system, and most of the judicial systems across the world follow this system. This concept predominantly flows from our constitution, and there is one specific article, Article 21, which encompasses these rights of a person: his right to remain free and his right that his life is not taken away. So what are these rights of an arrested person? Again, there may be doubts in the mind that when a person is arrested, that means he has committed some offense. That means he has committed some wrong. So where is the question of rights, and why should he be given rights? He should not be having any rights. This could be some of the thoughts that is running in the minds of the people. The fact that we presume a person to be innocent till he is proven guilty, this is one of the principles from which this concept of the rights of an arrested person flows. Yes, he is arrested. He may have committed. We do not know. So we don't dismiss him that he has committed an offense, and we straight away don't punish him. There is a trial. This is where the legal system and the jurisprudence and the courts decry of the media trial. We only know that there is a particular reporting of a person having committed an offense, and we straight away come to the conclusion that he has committed. That is not the system we follow. The system we follow is that person should go through a trial in a court of law, and a court of law should declare him guilty. Only then he can be punished. Otherwise, he cannot be punished. This is because we follow a system, and that system is through the courts. The court should come to a conclusion. Otherwise, what happens is, if anybody and everybody are given this right to declare a person has committed wrong, then it will lead to a situation of anarchy. Anybody and everybody can raise a complaint against any person, and that person will be declared as having committed the offense without any rights, and he will be condemned to punishment. This will cause a greater injustice, and this will cause chaos in the society. That is why we have, even if a person is arrested, he has certain rights. Just because he is arrested, we don't deny him his rights. So what are these rights? Before again going into this actual concept of rights, I'll again put forward this concept of what is this arrest. The arrest means when a person is completely deprived of his liberty, that is his freedom to move anywhere, wherever he wants, by an authorized person, by an authority. If a common man detains or holds him, that may not amount to arrest. A person in authority must take away the freedom of a person. That would constitute an arrest. Now, how arrest is made, when it is made, and why it is made. Generally, these concepts we come across in movies, and that is what is understood and taken to be true. Well, that is not, well, usually in movies it is shown when a person is arrested. There are two stereotypes in arrests. So the stereotypes shown in the movies are, there is a you have this hero who is a police officer and he wants to arrest the villain who is supposed to have committed an offense, and when he goes to arrest, then he asks for a warrant, and the hero does not have a warrant, he comes back. This is one stereotype. The other stereotype is you have the villain who is supposed to be the police officer, and he keeps arresting anybody and everybody without any reason or without any offense being committed, or just like that he picks up people. Both are stereotypes. Both are not totally correct. A person can be arrested without a warrant. For that, law provides that if a person commits a cognizable offense, the law says what is a cognizable offense in the sense that if the punishment is more than 3 years, then a person can be arrested without a warrant. On the contrary, if he has not committed a cognizable offense, there is no rhyme or reason, then the police officer cannot arrest a person. So these perceptions in movies is what is understood and thought to be true. For whatever reason, that is how it is shown in the movie, but they're not true. They have only the dramatic value. So a person can be arrested without a warrant, and if a warrant is issued by the magistrate, then of course there is no question of denying that a person can be arrested. Usually, it is a police officer who makes the arrest. Sometimes, if police officer is not available for whatever reason, even a private person can arrest, but a normal citizen arrest, he must immediately hand him over to the police. This is the background to arrest, when a person can be arrested, why arrest is made, and how arrest is made. Now, coming to the topic, today's topic, rights of an arrested person. What are the rights of an arrested person? When a person is arrested, his liberty is taken away by an authority. He is sought to be put behind the jail. Then later on, he may be produced before the court, and maybe he's sent to jail, and his liberty is taken away. But immediately when he is arrested, what are the rights? There are two specific provisions or laws. One, the Constitution of India itself, which provides for these rights. And the other law is the Code of Criminal Procedure, which lists out the rights of an arrested person. The first and foremost right of an arrested person is, whenever a person is arrested, he has a right to know why he has been arrested. That is, the right to know of the grounds of arrest. Here again, most of the time what happens is the person is just picked up, is bundled into the jeep and taken, sometimes not told. That is not right according to law. A person has a right to know why he has been arrested. Now, not only him, the person who is being arrested, the law also provides that his relatives or his immediate friend needs to know why he has been arrested. So it is the bounden duty of the authority making the arrest to inform not only the person who is being arrested of the grounds of arrest, but also his close relatives, and if no relatives are found, then even his close friend who has some interest in him, his immediate friend, needs to be informed of why that person is being arrested. Of course, practically when this is seen, most of the times this may not happen, but then you do have a right. You can politely ask why you are being arrested and where is that you are being taken to, or which authority is making the arrest. If police are making the arrest, then you will know they come in either their uniforms or they announce themselves. But sometimes there are various other authorities who have right to arrest. You may not know, so you can ask why you are being arrested. Then most of the time what happens is the police authority who has a right to arrest may himself not come for various reasons because of his other work occupation. So in that case, he may depute his junior. For example, in a police station, if there is the investigating officer or the station house officer, he may be either a police inspector or a sub-inspector. But in every case, it is possible for him to come personally and make the arrest. In such cases, what he does is he deputes his subordinate, either a head constable or a assistant sub-inspector or a constable, to arrest or to bring this person into custody, lawful custody, and produce it before him. So a person who is a junior to the authority who has a right to arrest comes for arrest, then he has a duty to inform and notify that he has been delegated this power to arrest. That is, he must inform that I am so-and-so and so-and-so is my authority, my higher officer, and he has authorized me to make this arrest. So that is what law provides for. So you know who is arresting you and at what authority you are being arrested. This is with regard to arrest without a warrant. So whenever a person has committed a cognizable offense, a person can be arrested without a warrant. And in all such cases, you have a right to know the grounds of your arrest. The person who is arresting needs to inform your close relatives. If he is a subordinate, then he needs to tell who his higher authority is and at what authority the arrest is being made. This needs to be notified. There can also be an instance of where a person is being arrested with a warrant. Now, with a warrant means a warrant is always issued by a magistrate, or in general parlance, we can say the court issues the warrant. When the court has issued a warrant under that authority, when a police officer or any authority who has a right to make an arrest detains and arrests a person, then they have a duty to inform the arrested person. Conversely, the arrested person has a right to know the substance of the warrant. That is, what is the warrant mentioning, whether it mentions his name, which court has issued, and why he is being arrested. So these details must be furnished to the arrested person. So this is one of the first and foremost right that the arrested person has. He has a right to know the grounds of his arrest. Now, once he is told that this is the reason that you are being arrested and an arrest takes place, then the next right that he has is that he must be produced before the nearest magistrate without delay. Now, without delay means the law says that within 24 hours of arrest, the person needs to be produced before the nearest magistrate. Of course, when we are living in cities and towns, we are very close to the court system, and the courts may not, or the place where the magistrate resides, in case it is beyond court working hours, may not be more than about 10-15 kilometers. But then, India being a vast country, there could be situations where the nearest magistrate could be more than 30, 40, 50, 60 kilometers away. So in such cases, when we are calculating this 24 hours, the duration taken for journey is to be excluded. Nevertheless, wherever the person is being arrested, whether in the immediate vicinity of the court or from remote of jungles, the person who is arrested needs to be produced before the nearest magistrate without delay, and in no case beyond 24 hours. This is another important right that is given to an arrested person. The third right, which is incidental to being arrested, is the person who is arrested has a right to be released on bail. Without going into the nuances of when he can be released and when he cannot be arrested, when only court can release the person on bail, there are classification of offences into bailable and non-bailable offence. Bailable offence means a person has a right to bail, that is, his bail cannot be denied. Non-bailable offence, don't literally translate telling that in non-bailable offence there cannot be a bail to a person. That's not the meaning of non-bailable offence. What it means is, in case it is a non-bailable offence, then Bail is a discretion of the court. The court may grant, the court may not grant. So the court will apply its discretion, and if the situation warrants, he may be entitled to bail. So an arrested person, once he is arrested, taken to jail, produced before a magistrate, he has a right to bail. He can ask for bail. If it is a bailable offense, then the court cannot refuse bail. Of course, conditions have to be followed. He may have to produce sureties. He may have to file an affidavit. He may have to file an indemnity, depending on what conditions are imposed by the magistrate or the court. Even in case of non-bailable offense, he has a right to apply for bail. And of course, the court may very well reject it depending on the situation and circumstances. This is the third most important rights of an arrested person. Then even before that, the arrested person has a right to consult a lawyer of his choice. Once you are arrested, then you can ask that you be represented by a lawyer. You can contact your lawyer. This is one of the reasons why one of the first conditions is that you need to know the grounds of your arrest. Not only you, your close relatives, or if your relatives are not there, the friends, whoever is close friend to you, who knows or takes care in you, must know, so that you can consult your lawyer. Nevertheless, an arrested person has a right to consult a lawyer of his choice. And this right is available even during interrogation. You can want your lawyer to be present. And even when criminal proceedings have begun, you can ask as a matter of right that you be represented by a lawyer of your choice. Then the question arises, what if you do not have the means to engage a lawyer of your choice? Then the arrested person has also a right to free legal aid. This flows from the Constitution, where it says that in case a person does not have the means to engage an advocate, a lawyer to defend him, then the state is duty bound to provide legal aid in terms of providing an advocate so that he is represented in a court of law and his interests are safeguarded. Then another right that the arrested person has is, which most of you would have heard in movies, you have a right to remain silent. Especially in the Western movies, the moment he is arrested, any person is shown as arrested, the first thing that is told is that you have a right to remain silent. This right is also available in India. What it means is not literally keeping quiet. Even if you say anything, whatever an accused person says, it cannot be used against him. That is, police or any authority making an arrest cannot force you to speak or tell anything which may go against you. So an arrested person has a right to remain silent. It is for the police authorities to find ways and means to gather evidence against the accused. Then the other right that is available to an accused person is you have a right to be examined by a doctor. In case a medical examination, not only from health perspective, sometimes the situation may so demand that if a medical examination is done, it may help or it may prove in your favor. So if such situation arises, you can ask it as a matter of right to the investigating officer to have you examined by a doctor. Then, in case you are arrested, once you are arrested, then your health or the safety of the arrested person is the duty of the police. So you have a right to health and safety. That is why sometimes when it is shown in movies that whenever a person has committed an offense or he has not committed an offense, the safest place to be in police station, so that once you are arrested, your safety and security is the duty of the authority making your arrest. So you have a right to your safety and security. And nowadays it also happens that when there is mob frenzy and because of media trial, when a lot of videos we have seen on the social media that a person is arrested and he is being thrashed by public, that is not right. That is wrong in the eyes of law. And unfortunately, we see many situations where police remain mute spectators. That is wrong. A person is arrested. He has a right to his health and safety. It is a bounden duty of the police to protect him. That is a right available to an arrested person, notwithstanding that he is an arrested person. And of course, once you are arrested, that you are taken to the court, you also have a right to what is known as a fair trial. In the sense that we follow what is known as adversarial system. That is, there are two sides. The prosecution will put forth its case. That is why free legal aid is given in case you are not able to have a lawyer of your choice. Even if you have a lawyer of your choice, every opportunity is given. The accused will also be heard. A person who is arrested will also be heard before the court comes to a conclusion. So an arrested person also has a right to a fair and just trial. That is, the trial should be held transparently, giving an opportunity for everybody, including the accused, the arrested person, of presenting his case and defending himself. So this is a bird's eye view, a gist of what are the rights of an arrested person. Most important, I will just summarize. The arrested person has a right to know the grounds of his arrest. Not only him, his close relative also has a right to know. It is a bounden duty of the police to inform them that why they have been arrested. And immediately after arrest, the arrested person has a right to be produced before a magistrate without any delay, and in no case beyond 24 hours. Then the arrested person has a right to remain silent. It means that whatever, even if he says something, it cannot be used against the arrested person. Thank you very much.